In my past videos, I've occasionally referred to the radical left taking over our education system. Some people who are just getting interested in politics have asked me what I meant. Education is the biggest and most important platform socialists have to spread their ideology. They start with education and brainwashing. Then they use the state to implement policies to change behavior in adults. And then if that doesn't work either, they use the state to lock up people or at times end their lives for not obeying to their ideology. That's always been the pattern. Now, before they successfully brainwash our kids, they need to exercise dominance in our schools. That's why right-wing or non-political teachers get under pressure to stay silent or leave the sector altogether. Calvin Robinson, a teacher in North London, is a conservative. Throughout his career, he's experienced interesting but vile behavior by the left in schools. I spoke to Calvin earlier on, and this is what he had to say.
So I think we've reached a point where we've actually lost the art of debate, of good debate. It used to be a case of, I believe this, some people believe that, or some people believe this, others believe that. But now it's a case of, this is the right answer, that is the wrong answer. And once you get into that binary right and wrong, there's no space for anything in between. What we need to do is come back to having an open debate, letting people discuss different ideas without shutting them down. And that's what education should be about. Unfortunately, when education is 90% of academics left-leaning, we're seeing one skewed perspective, and it's not healthy for anyone involved. We need to change that. We need to change the whole argument. In a staff room, we were asked, who are you voting for? What I didn't realise was this was a rhetorical question. They didn't expect to see anyone answer anything other than Labour. So when I said Conservative, jaws literally dropped. People were aghast.
More examples from Calvin. I was taken aside by the head teacher, who knew where my sympathies lay, and warned not to mention Brexit in front of the staff or students. You can't talk about it. They are very upset and angry about the results. Besides, many of our kids are from Europe. How anyone could vote Tory is beyond me, said my colleague sanctimoniously to general approval. The pressure towards left-wing conformity is chilling. Schools are meant to be places of learning and intellectual exploration. But there is now a real danger that they are turning into arenas of political indoctrination. Another example is a teaching aid for pupils at a Kent school, explaining the difference between the left and the right. In a very Soviet Empire-style pamphlet, the document told students that left-wing meant the NHS, helping people, and the theory that everyone should be equal. Right-wing, on the other hand, meant Hitler, less help for people, and a rejection of equality. At one school at Gospel Oak in North London, a couple of years ago, the head teacher held a rally to protest against the Tories. Grabbing the microphone in front of 150 demonstrators, including parents and pupils, John Hayes declared, "Protest and campaigning actually work. We know education was a decisive factor in reducing the Tory vote. The speculation is that another election is on its way. Let's make sure the biggest winners are our kids." Now, not every teacher is left-wing, but the left-wing ones are certainly louder and more visible. This is why they consistently push away conservative-leaning teachers from the sector. The reason our education system attracts these politically biased activists is because of the moral high ground they have created for themselves. These people think that they are angels on earth. Only they can be compassionate and caring. So it's their job to educate future adults and reorganize society. They aren't motivated by personal success or progress to improve their family life financially. That's why they dislike those that are motivated by money and success. Now, money and compassion can go hand in hand. But don't tell those teachers because they won't really understand the concept. Perfect example of money and compassion is doctors. Doctors get into their careers because they want to help people, but they are also hugely motivated by money, career success, and status. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone needs a motivation in life. The same combination also applies to private school teachers. The same teachers that are highly rated and skilled. But because left-wing teachers have the self-appointed moral high ground instead of personal motivation as their main driver in life, they have become untouchable. So our mission should be to encourage more right-leaning and normal people to get into education and to make sure that we could balance up this injustice. Our children deserve much better than this. Now, thanks to everyone who has so far supported my channel and our campaigns. If you want to support us, make sure to check out the Cabinet Club. The link is in the description. And as usual, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell next to it. And I'll see you tomorrow with a new video.